Oh my God. We had to drive across town to our other studio.
With our other sign.
Which you can, it's not just a sign. It's a
No,
complete
it's
other
the
studio.
Studio with the other sign.
It's a completely different studio.
You can tell. Hey, everybody.
So yeah, for people who end up watching this later, we were live on my channel when we, oh my God, saw
Stumbled
that
upon some amazing
Zuckerberg
thing.
has essentially outed the Biden administration and is like, hey guys,
Like repeatedly.
remember that whole thing, pandemic? Remember all that? Turns out where we were banning people, kicking people off, and destroying lives, all that stuff. Well, the Biden administration made us do it, and now we're outing them because
the public
has
opinion
spoken.
has shifted. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. That's one thing, you know. But I don't care. I mean, like I don't discount that being like a legit reason for them to change their, you know.
What do you mean?
Like the fact that the power is elsewhere. Like it's the biggest platform in the world.
Right.
So like if the current government is like, we are going to stick a microscope up your, how long are we? Up your fucking ass. Okay. We're going to make your life a living hell.
Thanks, Mr. Pibb.
And then now the new administration is like, yeah, that's over. And we want you to tell the truth about what the last one did. And they're like, cool. I don't blame them for that. Also, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, training to fight every day makes me like him much, much more.
He has become significantly cooler.
Way cooler. Now, if you feel that you are only like semi-cool, all you got to do is just start training, dude. I've been trying to tell Gabrielle this forever. I'm like, dude, you're like a 7 out of 10. You could be a 10 if you just start doing jujitsu. God's sake.
Y'all, I just like, sweaty people. I will do it.
Oh, you don't like sweaty people on you?
One sweaty person.
Fair.
But not random sweaty people.
Fair.
And I'll go do it though. I'll try it.
All right. Let's do this.
At the beginning, it kind of seemed like, okay, we should give a little bit of deference to the government and the health authorities on how we should play this. But when it went from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve to, and like in the beginning, it was like, okay, there aren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. To then it's like, oh no, you have to wear a mask. And, like everything was shifting around. It just became very difficult to kind of follow. And this really hit the most extreme, I'd say, during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out.
The entire thing was during the Biden administration.
Right.
That's actually not true. I take that back.
It did start under Trump.
I mean, the pandemic did, but like, yeah. Well, I guess Trump was in office for a while when they were. You just never had any idea what the hell was going on then.
Vaccine program,
right?
And I'm generally like pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think on balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. But
he admitted that there's some negative to them, though. I'll take that. I will take that.
I was about to make a joke and say that like he's dead to us. It's like it was just a joke.
I'm sorry.
I think that while they're trying to push that
program, God damn it! I'm sorry. Let me fix it.
Are you new here?
It has something to do with your microphone also being on, I think.
Weird.
They also tried to censor anyone who is basically arguing against.
How's that, huh?
Is that better?
All fixed.
I like that I can hear it.
They pushed us super hard to take down things that were honestly were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, we're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things that
it was
talk about vaccine side effects?
It was people in the Biden administration.
Yep. So that is just, I guess, the beginning. I'm going to watch this entire thing. I know.
I'm like, I'm entranced by this.
They would scream and ask them. I mean, this is just I can't fucking believe this is happening.
These people from the Biden administration
today.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Would call up our team and like scream at them and curse. And it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Oh, did
And
you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we, but I think,
Yeah, right.
Everything is recorded.
Every goddamn thing. If you say the word meta
Yeah,
in the middle of your own fucking house,
you're being
that's
recorded.
If your phone is within earshot, dude.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails, the emails are published. It's all kind of out there. And they're like, and basically it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true.
Did you say that?
That's ridiculous. They want us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're going to see an ad that says, okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, for this kind of payment, like this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, no, you have to take that down. And we just said, no, we're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that are true. And then at some point,
We did.
I guess, I don't know, it flipped a bit. I mean, Biden, when he gave some statement at some point, I don't know if it was a press conference or to some journalists, where he basically was like, these guys are killing people. And I don't know, then like all these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating, coming after our company. It was
And going and working there, like going in undercover, like, hello, here's my resume. Can I work for you? They're all, oh, wow, amazing resume. They probably never even worked at any of those jobs. It's just the fucking CIA. They're like, this is the most overqualified. How did we never heard of this guy? It's like, I have no idea. And they get in there and just like Mitch Aguilar. I will bring this up every time we talk about this. Mitch Aguilar, Navy SEAL, the one who went and fought Sean Strickland and got beat up for 5 straight rounds without tapping out. That dude had, I think he had 800,000 subscribers. He was doing $500,000 a month in supplement sales of his own supplement through his Instagram. And when he started speaking out against the vaccine, they deleted his account. He rebuilt it. Same thing. But like, and I always thought, like, I knew that story before I met him, and I was always like, man, that dude sounds fucking nuts. Then when I actually talked to him about it, I was like, this dude's a hero. Like he's not nuts at all. Like he was like, this cannot happen. Like this cannot be allowed in the United States. He just would not take no for an answer. He sacrificed millions. I mean, his business went to zero.
Wow.
So he fucking hates Zuckerberg. Zuck should absolutely go get that old account of Mitch's and give it back, dude. Straight up.
I wonder if they will.
Well, honestly, Jeff Gum knows every person on earth. He's Mitch's best friend.
Yeah.
Like he needs to Zuck, you need to fucking fix that. And that will be the ultimate test. Reinstate Aguilar's account, and I'll be like, damn, we're all the way back.
It was brutal.
Wow.
So at the beginning, it kind of seemed like, okay, we should give a little bit of deference to the government and the health authorities on how we should play this. But when it went from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve to, and like in the beginning, it was like, okay, there aren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. To then it's like, oh no, you have to wear a mask. And, like everything was shifting around. It just became very difficult to kind of follow. And this really hit the most extreme.
Just watch this.
I'd say during.
You're right. All right. Now I want to address all of this. Don't fall for it. Not on our side. Never trust Zuckerberg. Jesse falling for it. I'm shocked. Okay. So couple things. Number one, I have different insight than you guys, apparently, because Zuck is like in my community now. Like training MMA is a huge part of his life. Like training jiu-jitsu is a huge part of his life. I can't explain enough. Like you cannot be in our like world and be censorship czar Mark Zuckerberg. It cannot happen. Like, and as much as people, he's a billionaire. Why does he give a shit what a bunch of jiu-jitsu people think? Oh, he fucking cares, dude. Like this is the world. This is the real world. Like he's in there training with these guys, getting strangled by these guys. He's choking the new guys. Like this is like what real life is. These are like his real, probably his first like real friends ever. Like that really respect him for a different reason than whatever he's been doing. Like they respect him because They've seen him get strangled unconscious and not tap. The guy's a fucking nerd, and you watch the guy fucking not tap and go unconscious. You're like, that guy's a fucking gangster. Like, you can earn respect in that room in a way that you cannot anywhere else. And it matters to people a lot. And he just happens to be fucking in a position where he, you know, is the arbiter of fucking truth or whatever. Now, I'm not stupid enough to like think that if the Biden administration would have won and they were still like censor, that he'd be doing this. Of course he wouldn't.
Right.
But also, when people give you the answer you want, don't fight them on it, dude. You know, like, I never understand that. If someone says like, Jesse, can I, you know, like I tell my kids this all the time, hey, can I do blah, blah, blah? And they get a yes. And they keep talking. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? This is the answer you want, right? Like, I gave you a yes. Stop talking. He just took away all the censorship stuff. Like, he's now coming out and blowing up the Biden administration for forcing their hand to censor. This is the answer you want. Like, there is no reason for anybody to be breaking his laws. It doesn't matter. You don't know him. I don't know him yet. Like, it's like
yet.
Get the fucking, like, take the yes.
Take
you know,
the
like,
win.
just
take
take the fucking yes.
Yeah.
You know?
It is pretty crazy though.
But I do promise you that when I do meet him, I am going to ask him. I'll tell him about Aguilar's account. Like, that will be one of the first things that I talk to him about. Will be Mitch Aguilar's account, because that shit's fucked.
It's crazy.
It's of course due to Trump winning.
Yeah.
How I like, yes, 100%. It's 100% due to Trump winning. And what's the trick? Like, what's the game?
What's the play? Yeah.
Like, what's his end game by pretending to be on our side now? Like, what's the setup? Like, what's the punchline that we don't want? You know? He put Dana. Okay, again, another like world I'm very familiar with. The board of directors at Meta is a fucking massive deal. It's you know, in the business world, getting a board seat at a company like Meta
it's as big as you can get.
is as big as you can get. He gave one to fucking Dana White. Are you guys questioning Dana White? Because that's where you're gonna lose me. Like, that's where we stop talking. Like, that's where I'm like, okay, now you guys are in fucking La La Land. If you don't trust Dana, that I can't even have that conversation. Dana was given a board seat at Meta. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have any fucking idea how he pulled it off, dude. Like, I have no idea how he pulled it off. The other, you know, that there are board members on the board of Meta that are like,
no,
because Dana and Trump are the same person as far as they're concerned. Like, there's no like, Trump won by the landslide that he did, not in any small part because of Dana, because Dana walked him out into a situation where you can't fake it. Like,
yeah,
everyone's there to watch fights. This is not a political rally. So if the entire fucking place loses their mind and like, Trump,
vibrated,
Trump, you can't pretend he's not popular anymore. Like, everyone who sees it is like, holy shit. Like, people love this guy, dude. Like, that's what Dana did. So there's no scenario where this is some fucking trick. It's a trick to put Dana on the board of Meta. Like, he can't get him off. He's there now
too. Like, I mean, maybe he was all bought in at the time on the censorship and everything that was going on, thought he was doing a good thing. People can change their minds.
Yeah.
I mean, we did. Like, Jesse's been very clear. Like, we voted for Obama and then started to see things and see how things played out and how it went down. And then we changed our mind and changed our opinions on a lot of things. Like, what's to say that's not the case here too? Like, I understand why people think there's some underlying motive or something, you know, underhanded going on. Like, I totally get that. And we were completely burned by Meta. Like, I'm sure a lot of us here said stuff at some point that got us flagged for something. I know I did. But I mean, there is a world where he's suddenly being like, I was on the wrong side and now I have an opportunity to turn it around, and he's taking it. So I'm going to trust him and be happy for this. I'm a very trusting person, and, you know, hopefully he doesn't prove us,
dude,
prove you wrong.
Token conservative. He has on the board. He has no power. Actually, you know what? Before I just blow you up on that, let me look something up. How many board members?
Meta.
Let me see how.
Right. There was a,
There was. You saw what?
I mean, oh no. Wait, how many board members does Facebook have? Click that.
13, dude.
It's a small number.
13 total.
And Dana White's personality equals several humans.
And by the way, Andreessen, I'm pretty sure Andreessen's on the fucking meta board. Hang on.
I have no idea who that is. Who's Andreessen?
Mark Andreessen. Hang on.
Who is he?
Meta investors want Andreessen off the board. Oh my God. Yeah, he is. Look at this.
Who is he?
Mark Andreessen is, hang on for a second. Okay. So Mark Andreessen is he's a billionaire investor. Okay. And he is also on the board of, he's a huge Trumper now. He was not one before. Remember when I told you that, honestly, actually, I'm going to show everybody this because this is so fucking awesome. He talks about him and his friends, his other like, like tech people, tech billionaire friends after Trump won in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. This is amazing. Andreessen, Rogan, 2016 election night. Okay. It's 3 out. Like, where's damn it, dude. Gabrielle, tell him a story why I find this.
I don't have any stories. I don't even know who Mark Andreessen is.
He's again like a big billionaire tech guy. He's a VC.
And he's been on the board for a long time.
Yeah. God damn it. Okay, I'll just tell you.
Yes, do that.
Okay, so Andreessen tells a story that in 2016, when Trump won, him and some of his coworkers or whatever, they went out to dinner or lunch at one of those places in Silicon Valley, right? And they were just talking, and he's like, we were so depressed. He's like, like we were like, food doesn't taste good. We were so sad. The country's falling apart, and we were all talking about how Trump hates Mexicans and he's whatever, yada yada. And he said that one of the servers, yeah. And the server came up to him and was like, listen, I don't usually butt in, but I want to tell you guys, like, I think you got it all wrong with Donald Trump. And this server, who's 19 years old, talking to one of the most powerful men in the world. And Hispanic, right? And Hispanic, yeah. He's like, listen, my dad is an immigrant from Mexico and he loves Trump. And let me tell you why. And he told him. And so Andreessen took that information and then just dove into like research, research, and then came out the other side a massive Trump supporter. He's the one that was like, what happened? He's the one who talked about the timeline. He said that there are two different places that have split the timeline, and one of them is the fact that Trump won, and the other one is the fact that the bullet missed. And he's like, if that bullet does what it's supposed to do, that's the dark place. Like you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg donated $1 million for the Trump inauguration.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dana is definitely, there's no like token conservatives on the meta board. There's a lot of them now.
It's exciting.
That is exciting.
It's gonna be wild to see what happens.
Dude, Mark and them are going to Sushi to the Moon.
Oh.
In some city in Arizona.
In Texas.
Some Arizona city.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, that's it for now. We're gonna drop our new video.
That's all we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I'm starving to. The second that we drop this, we're gonna drop our new video. Unless, what do you got, Gabrielle?
Oh, nothing. I'm just really excited about this and hopeful because it's been a crazy ride. Like having larger social media platforms and not being able to say what to be true, and now feeling completely fucking vindicated. Like it's a good feeling. I'm taking the win. Yeah, the
best, dude. It really is. It seems like not real still.
Yeah,
like it really like still seems kind of not real. Where you feel like someone's gonna.
Thanks, Liza. I love you, girl.
It's true. A distant second for sure.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I remember when this whole thing was going down in the beginning and speaking my thoughts like I do on my social media and getting like reprimanded for it and censoring my content. And I genuinely didn't understand why. and then watching reach go down, and my entire income, like supplement guy, I mean, not quite that high at those levels, but that was my entire income. So I was forced into silence and not being able to say what I wanted to say, to the point where we had to leave California because of how crazy it got. It's why we're in Texas. And now just feeling like we can speak our thoughts again. It's a damn good feeling.
Yeah. 100%. And like,
What does Mr. Jiggleballs have to say?
he says, he wants to know what's up with the trip with Bryce. Bryce is in. I talked to Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
He's in. I got the lodge all locked down. I just have to like commit to a weekend. We're probably not gonna be able to hunt though. That's the thing. That's why I hadn't pulled, because like you only have until like the end of January to where you can legally hunt. So
Even
we could
on
go
the private properties, even if they're like your animals. That's, I didn't know.
No, we can hunt. We can't hunt deer. We could hunt exotics, but each one of them is 15 fucking grand. If we
Yeah.
kill one, it's 15 grand, which I'm not fucking paying
Go
for.
hunt them.
I love you guys.
Go hunt them.
But we're
Just shoot around them. Don't actually hit one.
If I bring a group of my fucking
I
my
know,
people
I
out with
know.
rifles, if they see one and they think they've got a green light, they're gonna fucking kill
I
one, dude.
know.
One of the two, they're probably gonna kill two. I'm gonna be like, shit.
God damn it.
Why do you guys have to be so good at shooting? Jesus. I didn't factor in you actually fucking killing one of these things, dude.
Mhm.
They have all these crazy exotics. But they're
zebras,
crazy expensive.
gazelles,
Some of
and
them
all
are
that, they
20,
make
some of
me
them are
sad.
25, dude. Some of them are like,
I don't like the thought of them going. Deer, I have no problem with deer. Take them out.
what, the zebra, like killing the
Yeah,
exotics?
zebras. Yeah, the exotics make me sad. They're so beautiful.
The only one the one that really made me sad was the wildebeest, that because there's only two of them. And remember,
they're
we were watching,
so
they're
cute.
best friends.
Yeah.
There's only two of them, they're best friends.
They're
I'm like,
so cute.
fuck, dude, if one of those gets killed, the other one's gonna be so sad.
So sad, so depressed.
So sad.
Like
dude.
they're like pets.
The wildebeest really are. Like they're like BFFs.
Yeah. They're so fun to watch.
Yeah.
They were amazing. So fast.
Dude, we went like when we went hunting the other, like what was, I don't know, a week ago or something. I'm not like an experienced hunter at all. I've got a couple deer bodies, but those are like heat of the moment. I'm saving my fucking dog from a marauding buck that's killing him, and like
That was one of them.
yes.
The other ones.
The first one was heroic,
Y'all.
saving my dog.
You've probably heard the story.
Yeah, this
we
deer.
live in a residential neighborhood in the Bay Area, and our pit bull, who was a lot less tough than he thought he was, he used to chase deer.
Dude.
And they would run. They were in our backyard all the time. We were on like a third of an acre. It wasn't huge, but we had an open yard and a lot of kind of open space in our backyard.
He was convinced he was a lion.
And he would chase them all the time, and deer would do what deer do, and they would run away. And then it was mating season. This male was like in the rut. It was a 6-point buck, 8.6 buck.
And he found out.
He turned on our dog.
He fucked around and found out.
It was really bad.
Fucking
I heard I heard Jesse screaming in the backyard, not screaming, but like yelling.
No,
like
screaming.
Yelling for the dog.
Fucking screaming.
Yeah. And so I go running out there to him running inside. And I run out there to find our dog literally being like ground and pounded by this deer, like antlers
Marauded.
in, like it was horrifying. Like our dog was screaming. Like I've never heard a dog make that sound before. Screaming.
And like, dude, I've never like, you know how like if like a mammal gets hit by something enormous, it like flies in a way where you're like, holy
like
shit. Like a regular human can't, even like Brock Lesnar can't do to me what this fucking deer did to my dog.
Threw him
You know,
like a rag doll.
like it's literally like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, he's gonna kill him for sure.
Yeah. So he's running inside to get the shotgun, and I'm out there trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. I'm not a huge person. This deer is bigger than me. And I'm like, what if it turns on me? So I
would have killed you.
For sure. This thing was wild. And so I was just grabbing anything I could find, like paint cans and bricks that were just kind of around and throwing them at the deer, literally thinking if it turns on me, I'm jumping into our garbage bin. Like that
wouldn't have worked.
Probably not.
That wouldn't have worked.
My dog was dying. And so Jesse comes running around the corner with the shotgun. At this point, this deer has Manson, our dog, up against a tree, antlers in, shaking him.
Yeah,
like,
he's trying. He had a kill shot, and he was just gonna, like, my dog was going to die where it was. Like he was just like he was gonna kick, like just grind his horns into my dog until he died.
Yeah. So Jesse just yells like, Gabi, move. I back up and he shoots the deer like in the spine because you had a buckshot and didn't know
I had
really
eight-
what
yeah.
the spread was going to
I
be
had
on
an 8
it.
pellet buckshot round and I had no fucking idea. You know.
Yeah. So ends up paralyzing the deer from the waist down. Our dog is just mangled. And our daughter Giselle at
He
that
was
point was like
fucked up, dude.
a year old, maybe. So I had to take him to the vet, get him in the car with our little baby because the cops are coming because he just discharged a firearm in the middle of residential Bay Area.
I thought
They
it was-
love
yeah.
guns there, love them.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, the East Bay area. They're like, good. Hey, so you shot a shotgun? It's like, yeah, you know, I just
it's a normal day.
there's lots of people shooting guns out here. Never.
So we get Manson to the vet. Yes, he survived. He had 45 stitches, 5 drains. The vet said that he missed like a major artery by like a 1/4 inch or something. Said he was totally like,
Dude, the
it was
dog,
a miracle that he was alive.
he's brown. They had to shave him. His hair grew back white. Like this fight took 5 years off his life.
It
Like,
was horrifying.
he aged so much. And like, I remember when, after I shot the deer and then I ran over there and pulled him out of there. Like I pulled him out and I could just tell his brain was scrambled. Like,
Oh, he was in shock.
he was in shock.
100%
So he
shock.
tried to like attack the deer. The deer couldn't move because it was shot, but he tried to attack it, but he like wasn't actually biting it. I was just looking, I'm like, fuck, he's fucked up. Like his brain is in outer
Yeah.
space. Is a
It
pit
was
bull.
nuts. And then at this point, the deer had like dragged himself to a ditch with just his front legs. And I mean, we're both thinking, you know, you want to put it out of its misery. The deer's not coming back from that. Obviously, I don't want it to come back from that.
I can't
But he
defend that
couldn't
second
risk.
shot.
Yeah, he couldn't defend the second shot.
Legally,
shot,
I couldn't
so had
defend
to
it.
wait for the police to arrive. And at that point, they're telling him
It was animal control.
animal control came first. Well, you ran to our neighbor's house who was a police
Police.
officer. So he kind of helped navigate that situation. But animal control and the police, they were like, in California, at least, I don't know if it's everywhere, but your dog is considered property. So he said he likened it to like defending your mailbox from a deer with a firearm, which you can't really justify.
Basically, like if someone was a prick to the cop, then you can go to jail.
He said, he's
He's
like, I could arrest you. You cannot do what you did. Even though the animal control guy, he was like, that was your only option, a baseball bat. I remember him saying verbatim, a baseball bat wasn't going to do it.
Oh, I knew that.
Was but that was like his statement. He's like, that was your only
If I
option.
if I hit that thing with a baseball bat, it just turned around and killed me.
Yeah. And then so animal control came and they put it
What
down.
the fuck?
But
Oh, there it is.
it was crazy, y'all. Like crazy.
This is after I shot it.
Nice.
So this is a paralyzed deer that's look at his eyes. Does he look scared?
He was just staring.
He's not fucking
Just-
scared. Like that deer was like, I can't move, but if I could, the first thing I do is I'd fuck you with my antlers to death. That's a tough ass fucking deer.
Jeremy said in the chat, dogs are family, not property. Agreed.
Correct.
Obviously, we defended him the same way we would defend our child, but they said legally,
Yeah.
your pets are property.
My buddy who's police, like afterwards, he's like, dude, you could not have handled that situation better. Cause the first thing that I did is, after I took the shotgun inside and I unloaded it and then left it there. Went and told the police, told him what happened. He came over, saw it.
Our
He
neighbor
called
answered
it
the
in.
door, like, because he heard the shot.
It was a Sunday. So
Yeah.
he was under
He
the
heard-
impression that I murdered
He
my
heard
wife.
me screaming
Yeah.
and then a shot. Yeah. It was a crazy.
And then the second deer was I got an air rifle because I knew I would never be able to talk my way out of that again. And I tested it out on a deer and it died.
Well, because they used to come into our yard
Fucking
and eat our
died.
apples. Yeah.
22
He
caliber
shot
air
it,
rifle
like right under, like right in here, and it went like
in
into
its
its
brain
stem.
stem by
Just
complete
a total fluke.
hip fired it, dude. That is,
We should have just buried that one. We should not have called.
if I knew he was dead, I wouldn't have, dude. His fucking, look, he was just like sitting there like this.
Yeah.
And then I shot it and it hit it and it didn't even like react. And then a minute later, his leg folded. So I thought, like, honestly, a deer, like someone who hunts deer probably would have like known. Cause I've actually watched a lot of YouTube videos of people hunting to where like, they run and they're fine. And then all of a sudden one of the legs gives out.
Yeah.
But I had never seen that before then. So I just saw his leg fold. So I thought I injured his leg. And I'm like, fuck, I got to get this fucking deer out of here. What am I going to do? Called. And then it was fucking dead.
So I had to find my own way home.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I don't like deer. So I'm cool with the deer going, but the zebras. and the-
22
and the
caliber
wildebeest.
pellet is a 22 caliber pellet. It goes and they go about 800 feet per second. So I mean, they're fucking no joke. They're
I
not
mean-
very heavy, but still, I mean,
Clearly a lethal weapon.
definitely a lethal weapon. That was a big ass deer, same size as the other one.
Yeah.
All right, let's rock and roll. We're gonna go eat dinner. You guys are the best.
See ya.
Love you guys.